The Kingdom of Israel's biblical monarchies are a fascinating chapter in ancient history that shaped the cultural and spiritual landscape of the region. Established around the 11th century BCE, the Kingdom of Israel was more than just a political entity. It was a divine experiment in governance, where leaders were seen as chosen by God. In this video, we will journey through time, highlighting the reigns of key monarchs like Saul, David, and Solomon, whose legacies continue to resonate today. We'll delve into their triumphs and failures, exploring how their decisions influenced the course of Israelite history and the development of Jewish identity. Whether you're a history buff or simply curious about biblical stories, stay tuned as we uncover the remarkable tales of these kings and their enduring impact on faith and culture. The period known as the United Monarchy marks a pivotal era in Israel's history, characterized by the reigns of three significant kings: Saul, David, and Solomon. Saul, the first king, managed to unite the Israelite tribes against external threats. Yet his reign was marred by personal struggles and conflict with David. David, celebrated for his military prowess and deep faith, not only solidified the kingdom, but also established Jerusalem as its capital, creating a cultural and religious center that would resonate through history. His reign was a mix of triumphs, like defeating Goliath, and challenges, including family strife and rebellion. Solomon, David's son, is renowned for his wisdom and monumental achievements, including the construction of the first temple. However, his reign faced difficulties, such as heavy taxation and political alliances that eventually led to the division of the kingdom. Together, these kings laid the foundation for a united Israel, shaping its identity and legacy for generations to come. King Saul holds a unique place in Israel's history as its first monarch, anointed by the prophet Samuel, marking the transition from a tribal confederation to a monarchy. Initially, Saul experienced significant successes, leading Israel to victories against its enemies and unifying the tribes under his rule. However, his reign took a darker turn as jealousy began to consume him, particularly in his relationship with David, the young warrior who gained popularity after defeating Goliath. This jealousy fueled a fierce conflict, leading Saul to relentlessly pursue David, ultimately fracturing the unity of the kingdom. Saul's tragic end came during a battle against the Philistines, where he took his own life rather than be captured. His demise not only marked the end of his reign, but also set the stage for David's ascension, highlighting the complexities of leadership and the consequences of unchecked ambition in Israel's early monarchy. King David, often referred to as the warrior king, played a transformative role in Israel's history during his reign. His military conquests expanded the kingdom's borders, securing Israel's position among neighboring nations. One of his most significant achievements was establishing Jerusalem as the capital, turning it into a political and spiritual center that would resonate throughout biblical history. David's character was complex. He was a man of great faith, known for his deep relationship with God. Yet he also faced serious flaws, including moral failures that led to personal and familial turmoil. Despite these challenges, David's legacy is profoundly significant, particularly through the Davidic covenant, where God promised that his lineage would endure forever. This covenant not only solidified David's importance in biblical history, but also set the stage for future messianic expectations within Jewish tradition, making his reign a cornerstone of Israel's identity and faith. King Solomon, renowned for his unparalleled wisdom, wealth, and accomplishments, left an indelible mark on Israel's history during his reign. His most notable achievement was the construction of the first temple in Jerusalem, a monumental project that became the nation's spiritual heart and a symbol of divine presence. Solomon's wisdom is famously illustrated in his ability to make fair judgments and in his writings, which include the profound insights found in Proverbs and the contemplative reflections of Ecclesiastes. However, despite his successes, Solomon's reign was not without challenges. His later years were marked by heavy taxation and extensive foreign alliances, which led to discontent among the Israelites. After his death, these factors contributed to the division of the kingdom into Israel and Judah, setting the stage for future conflicts. Solomon's legacy is a complex tapestry of wisdom, achievement, and the consequences of leadership choices that continue to resonate today. The division of the kingdom after Solomon's reign marked a significant turning point in Israel's history, driven by both political and social factors. Solomon's heavy taxation and forced labor policies created widespread discontent among the northern tribes, leading to calls for reform. After his death, Rehoboam, Solomon's son, failed to ease these grievances, ultimately prompting 10 tribes to break away and form the northern kingdom of Israel, while Rehoboam retained control over the southern kingdom of Judah. Key figures emerged during this tumultuous period, including Jeroboam, the first king of Israel, who established new worship practices to distance his kingdom from Judah. The division had profound implications for the Israelite people, leading to political instability, religious fragmentation, and social strife. This split not only weakened the nation, but also set the stage for future conflicts and invasions, reshaping the trajectory of the Israelite identity and their relationship with God. The northern kingdom of Israel saw a series of notable kings, beginning with Jeroboam, who played a crucial role in its formation. As the first king, he established the kingdom's identity but also introduced idolatry by creating golden calves in Bethel and Dan, leading the people away from the worship of Yahweh. This set a troubling precedent for future rulers. Ahab, one of the most infamous kings, further exemplified the moral decline of Israel. His reign was marked by conflicts with the prophet Elijah, particularly over the worship of Baal, which Ahab and his wife Jezebel aggressively promoted. These confrontations highlighted the spiritual crisis facing the nation. The period from Jeroboam to Ahab was characterized by a significant moral and spiritual decline, as the kings prioritized political power and alliances over faithfulness to God, ultimately leading the Israelites further away from their covenantal obligations and into a cycle of judgment and turmoil. In the southern kingdom of Judah, two kings stand out for their significant contributions to the nation's spiritual revival: Hezekiah and Josiah. Hezekiah is renowned for his religious reforms, which included the removal of idols and the restoration of proper worship in the temple. His reign was marked by a courageous resistance against the Assyrian invasion, where he relied on prayer and faith in God, ultimately leading to a miraculous deliverance for Jerusalem. Following Hezekiah, King Josiah ascended to the throne and made a profound impact when the Book of the Law was discovered during temple renovations. This discovery ignited a wave of religious reforms as Josiah sought to restore true worship and eliminate pagan practices. Both kings played pivotal roles in revitalizing the spiritual life of Judah, emphasizing the importance of faithfulness to God and setting a foundation for future generations to follow. Their legacies continue to resonate in the narrative of Israel's history. During the biblical monarchies, prophets served as vital voices, guiding and challenging the kings of Israel and Judah. Key figures such as Samuel, Nathan, and Elijah played crucial roles in shaping the moral and spiritual direction of the nation. Samuel, as the last judge and first prophet, anointed both Saul and David, providing divine insight into their leadership. Nathan confronted David over his sin with Bathsheba, illustrating the prophet's role as a moral compass, holding kings accountable for their actions. Elijah, known for his fierce opposition to idolatry, boldly challenged King Ahab and Queen Jezebel, warning against the worship of Baal and calling the people back to faithfulness to Yahweh. These prophets consistently delivered warnings about the consequences of idolatry and social injustice, urging the monarchs and the people to repent and return to God. Their influence was instrumental in maintaining a sense of divine accountability throughout the tumultuous periods of Israel's history. In conclusion, the fascinating history of Israel's monarchies highlights the significant reigns of kings like Saul, David, Solomon, Jeroboam, Ahab, Hezekiah, and Josiah. Understanding these monarchies is crucial for grasping the broader narrative of biblical history as they shape the spiritual and political landscape of the Israelite people. We examine the complexities of leadership, the role of prophets, and the moral lessons that emerge from both the triumphs and failures of these kings. As you reflect on their stories, consider the timeless lessons about faith, accountability, and the consequences of choices made in power. Suppose you enjoyed this exploration and want to dive deeper into biblical history. In that case, we invite you to subscribe to our channel, like this video, and share it with others who might be interested. Your support helps us create more engaging content for you to enjoy.